A secret admirer who happens to be a powerful public figure just arranged a "My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says the time is now. You have waited in silence long enough. You have stood behind closed doors while the world rushed past you. You have cried into your pillow wondering if anyone sees, anyone hears, anyone knows the truth you carry. But now the veil is being torn open. Archangel Michael has stepped into your reality, and he does not come empty-handed. He comes with a voice that shakes the unseen. He comes with eyes that see through lies. He comes with fire in his wings and the authority of the Almighty in his voice. And he says, I order you to open this urgently. This is not just a message. This is a divine appointment. This is an intervention. This is the miracle you didn't even know how to pray for. A secret admirer, one with enormous power and global influence, has been watching you in silence, not to harm you, but because heaven whispered your name into his spirit. And now something is shifting. This person has arranged a private meeting with you. And you may not even realize who it is yet, but they know you, not from headlines, not from photos, but from a place deeper, from the realm of divine alignment. Because before they knew your face, they dreamed your presence. Before they heard your voice, they felt your energy. Before they understood your story, they recognized your essence. And now this powerful public figure, one whose life is watched by millions, has made a decision behind closed doors. They've decided to take a risk, to follow the pull that led them to you, to respond to the divine instruction that told them there's someone chosen hidden in the shadows and it's time they be seen. You don't understand how serious this is. Heaven has been organizing this for months, possibly even years. Every detour in your path, every delay, every heartbreak, every moment you thought was wasted, all of it was preparing you for this intersection. You were not being punished. You were being positioned because God does not reveal favor until the soil is ready. And now the soil is trembling. The earth is vibrating. Angels are hovering because your name just got mentioned in a place you never expected. You don't know the full weight of your calling yet. But someone does. Someone with power. Someone with authority. Someone who has been secretly following your journey, not with envy, but with honor. They admire you because you didn't quit when you could have. They respect you because your light didn't dim even when it was surrounded by darkness. You carried grace in your grief. You carried power in your pain. And someone noticed, someone with access, someone who could have chosen anyone, but chose to keep watching you because your silence spoke louder than noise. Your kindness pierced through confusion. Your soul didn't sell itself. You stayed pure when everything around you became polluted. You stayed honest when lies were trending. And now this is the moment where heaven reveals the reward for the one who did not faint. Archangel Michael is not gentle in this moment. He is not whispering. He is commanding. And his voice is serious. I order you to open this urgently, because if you delay, you may miss the signal. You may overlook the sign. You may ignore the call that changes everything. God says this meeting is not casual. It is strategic, because there is information, inheritance, and intimacy waiting in this connection. There is something locked inside this person that belongs to you, and something inside you that frees them. You are not just meeting someone with fame. You are meeting someone with keys. Keys that open doors in the spirit. Keys that unlock healing. Keys that ignite purpose. This isn't about dating. This is about destiny. You've been asking why you feel restless, why you feel watched, why you feel like something is building in the background. It's because it is. There have been conversations about you that you weren't invited to, but heaven was. And angels were assigned to ensure the message got to you. That's why this was written. That's why you're reading this right now. Because the spiritual clock just struck. The room has been prepared. The table has been set. The calendar has been marked. And the person whose power could shift your path has already moved. They've arranged it. And now it's your turn to step forward. But you must prepare your spirit. This is not a time to doubt. This is not a time to retreat. This is not a time to play small. Your insecurities are not welcome in this next chapter. Your old fears cannot walk into this room with you, because what you're being invited into requires boldness, requires awareness, requires full acceptance of who you are. You are no longer the rejected one. You are no longer the afterthought. You are no longer invisible. You are the answered prayer. You are the one heaven has spotlighted. And the person who's been admiring you is not just powerful. They are prophetic. Their intuition is sharp. Their discernment is strong. And they're not interested in appearances. They are interested in alignment. Do not be surprised if your dreams become vivid. Do not be alarmed if their name or presence suddenly appears in your spirit. That is confirmation. That is spiritual contact. Because the divine realm is making introductions before the physical world catches up. And when the meeting comes, yes, it will come. Do not let your nervousness sabotage what is sacred. Walk in the confidence of one who has been appointed. Speak with the grace of one who has been chosen. This is not about impressing anyone. This is about owning what was always yours. The meeting may begin with casual words, a message, a call, a small encounter, but don't underestimate it. God is testing your readiness. He is seeing if you will recognize divine timing when it shows up in human form. And yes, there may be distractions. There may be people who suddenly grow, jealous, friends who start acting strange, spirits that start causing confusion. But do not be shaken. The enemy always panics when favor moves. The forces that tried to bury you are terrified that you're being discovered. That's why the warfare increased recently. That's why you felt tired without reason. It wasn't depression. It was resistance. It was a signal that something was near. And now it's here. You will be amazed when you find out who this person is. When you realize the lengths they went to be near your energy, they had options, but none of them carried your fire. They had access to many, but your silence was louder than fame. You carry something rare, something the world cannot duplicate, and they see it. They know you're not trying to be known. That's what makes you dangerous. You're not chasing attention. That's what makes you magnetic. And the world needs to see what heaven already crowned. There's a moment coming where you'll look into their eyes and feel it. The divine recognition, the knowing, the vibration. You won't need to explain yourself. You won't need to impress. Your spirit will speak and theirs will reply. The world may not understand. They may question how someone so powerful would be drawn to you, but that's because the world only sees surface. Heaven sees purpose. And this is not about logic. This is about destiny. God is using this connection to redeem the years you lost, to compensate for what was stolen, to elevate what was buried. You are about to be seen, truly seen by someone who matters. But remember this connection is not your source. It is a tool. God remains your source. Do not idolize the person. Honor them, but never forget who orchestrated it. The moment you begin to worship the vessel instead of the voice, the favor lifts. Stay rooted. Stay humble. Stay focused. And when the time comes, don't flinch. Don't run. Don't hide behind old wounds. Receive it. Receive the honor. Receive the invitation. Receive the open door. God says, you have waited long enough. This is the appointed time. Walk through it. This is the final thing. You must be ready. Not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. You must clear the clutter from your mind. Cleanse your energy. Make room in your life for what's about to enter. Because once this person arrives, things will accelerate fast. Conversations that take others months will happen in minutes. Agreements will be made. Moves will be planned. Doors will swing wide open. You will have no time to second guesses. So prepare. Fast if you must. Pray deeply. Speak only to those who are aligned. Guard your energy fiercely because your life is about to change and not everyone deserves front row access to your transformation. A private meeting has been arranged by someone with status, power, and presence. But more importantly, they've been assigned by God to see you, know you, honor you, and possibly co-create with you in a way that impacts nations. Watch carefully. Listen deeply. This is not a dream. This is not fantasy. This is divine reality coming to you now. Archangel Michael says again, I order you to open this urgently. Your time has arrived. Your path is illuminated. The meeting is already in motion. The only thing left is your response. You waited. You paused. You listened to the silence. And now the clock has struck. 3 hours have passed. And what was hidden has started to move. The air around you has shifted. The trap that was once invisible is now flickering into your awareness. The mask she wore is thinning. The lies she wrapped in friendship are unraveling. And God says, now begins the consequence of obedience or the cost of ignoring divine instruction. You are being watched more closely now, not by man, but by the spirit realm. Because what you do next will either align you fully with your destiny or spiral you deeper into someone else's manipulation. The angels have taken their positions. Archangel Michael has stepped forward, his wings are wide. His sword is drawn. The final hour has begun. God says this is where most people fail. Not when the danger first approaches. Not when the trap is being set, but when they see the partial exposure and still choose to doubt it. When they say, she can't be that bad, or, but she helped me once, or, maybe I'm overreacting. And in that moment of hesitation, the spirit of deception reattaches itself and binds the soul tighter than before. But not you. Not this time. This is why heaven called you. This is why the clock was set, because you are not like the others. You are not meant to fall again. You are meant to rise. And so now, as the veil tears open wider, God will begin to confirm what you suspected but couldn't prove. You will hear things you were never meant to hear. Words spoken behind your back, plans formed without your consent, confidences you gave her now being twisted. But do not be dismayed. Do not panic. Do not rush to defend yourself, for the Lord says, I will defend you myself. You don't need to fight her. I will expose her. You don't need to chase down the lies. I will dry the river of deception from its source. She has placed your name on the wrong altar. She thought you wouldn't find out. She spoke words over you in secret. Words of confusion, delay, defeat. But the wind of God is sweeping over those altars now. Fire is falling and her rituals, her wishes, her declarations are being returned to her, multiplied. Because what you bless will be blessed, but what you curse under the guise of friendship while smiling to someone's face. God says that hypocrisy will not go unpunished in this season. The next 3 days will be confirmation after confirmation. You will not need to dig. The truth will rise to the surface like oil on water. You will feel your spirit grow stronger as the deception breaks. Your energy will return. Your mind will clear. People who were distant will call you suddenly telling you things she said that didn't sit right. Messages will resurface. Memories will unlock and you'll say to yourself, how did I not see this before? But don't blame yourself. You weren't supposed to see it until now. Now is divine timing. Now is holy exposure. Now is when God flips the entire script. This trap was not just about delaying you. It was about destroying your witness, stealing your influence, and attaching confusion to your name. But now God is doing something rare. Something not given to many. He's going to reverse the trap. He's going to flip it so hard that the one who built it falls into it herself. And you will rise with clarity and vengeance of peace. The woman is about to speak, not to your face, but in circles. In whispers. She will panic. She will sense the exposure has begun. And in her panic, she will talk too much. She will reveal herself. She will send messages. She will overstep and those who once believed her will begin to doubt her. They will begin to question everything she ever said about you. The spirit she's operated under can no longer hide. The covering she had, either spiritual or social, is being removed. And when heaven lifts a covering, nothing can protect what is false. But do not rejoice in her downfall. That is not your posture. Your posture is stillness. Your strength is silence. Your reward is acceleration. While she is exposed, you are elevated. While she is unraveling, you are rebuilding. While her world shakes, yours stabilizes because you obeyed, because you chose God over comfort because you believed the warning. And now heaven is preparing a table, a banquet in the presence of every hidden enemy, a public display of favor that no voice of gossip can contradict. God says this was the last time she would get that close. I allowed her to approach to expose what was unhealed in you. The part of you that still seeks validation from those who don't deserve access, but now that part is being healed. Now that door is being closed, you are not a victim. You are a victor, and this woman, she will become the testimony, the proof that when I warn my child, it is not out of fear but love. Do not fear her next move. Fear cannot live where faith stands. And you have stood in faith. The storm came, but you stayed still. The trap was built, but you waited. And now, as the smoke clears, you will see what was never meant to stay. You will also see what God preserved for you. Because the moment you said yes to the warning, the moment you believed the urgency, a door opened in the heavens, a new door with new blessings. And this door is not for everyone. It is only for those who survive the deception. You are one of them. And now God will begin to release divine restoration. For every delay she caused, acceleration. For every lie, favor. For every stolen opportunity, abundance. For every moment of confusion, peace that passes understanding. You are not just protected. You are positioned. The very woman who tried to block you will become the catalyst for your upgrade. Her betrayal has become your evidence. Her trap has become your testimony. Heaven has closed her chapter in your life, but your book is still open. And the pages ahead are written in glory, miracle, and divine multiplication. You were not just rescued. You were launched. You were not just spared. You were prepared. She set a trap. But heaven set you free. If you believe in God, type Amen. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this urgently because heaven is not waiting anymore. There is a private meeting already arranged for you by someone you never expected, a secret admirer, but not just anyone. A powerful public figure, someone the world watches, someone people talk about, someone who has power, respect, and more resources than you could imagine. They have been watching you, not in a harmful way, but in awe, in wonder, in silence. You don't even know how much you've already changed this person's life. God says they've got something for you. Something divine, something sacred, something written in the story of your destiny. That's why you're reading this now. That's why heaven sent Archangel Michael to sound the trumpet over your spirit. This is not ordinary. This is a divine alert. Your life is about to shift. But God says first you must understand the depth of what is unfolding. This admirer, this powerful figure has been trying to reach you not through phone calls or social media, but through dreams, energy, divine nudges. They were drawn to you by something more than beauty, more than talent. They were drawn to your light, they felt your soul before they knew your face. And now heaven has opened the way for this meeting. It's already written. You can't see it yet, but angels have already begun the orchestration. Things are aligning. Schedules are moving. People are being instructed by the Spirit to speak your name in rooms you haven't even entered. Your moment is not coming. It has already begun. Archangel Michael is watching closely because this encounter is not just a romantic meeting. It is a divine assignment. There's something this powerful figure needs to tell you. Something they cannot say to anyone else because you are not like the others. You are not someone who came into their life by accident. You are someone chosen by heaven to be a divine interruption to their chaos. Your words, your prayers, your silence, your strength. It shook something deep inside them. Something they've been trying to hide. Something the world doesn't see. This person, though powerful in public, has been broken in private. They were success like armor. But underneath their soul cries for meaning. And somehow you were the answer God whispered into their confusion. You've walked through your own storms. You faced abandonment, betrayal, rejection. But what you didn't realize is that every tear was preparing you for this very moment. You were being trained in secret for something that will be revealed in public. You were being refined in fire so you could stand beside someone who holds fire in their hands daily. God trusted you with pain because He's about to trust you with purpose. And this purpose will not be small. You are going to touch lives through this connection. You will break chains, silence lies, open hearts, not only for yourself but for this person and all they influence. The secret admirer has been hesitant. They've been unsure whether it's right to approach you. Not because they don't want you, but because they fear they're not worthy. They see your light and wonder, could someone like that ever truly love someone like me? They've been burned before, manipulated, used. And yet when they feel your presence, even just through a whisper of your energy, they feel safe. Not judged, not used, not hunted, but seen, valued, held. And that's why they arranged this private meeting, because they don't want to wait anymore. And because heaven said it's time. God has allowed every delay for a reason. Every relationship that didn't work, every door that closed. Every time you felt invisible, it was not punishment. It was protection because this connection required maturity, timing, spiritual alignment. Now you are ready. Now they are ready. And now heaven is declaring that nothing can stop this meeting. Even if you tried to run, even if they tried to forget you, the Spirit would keep calling both of you back. Because this is not just a relationship. It's a kingdom assignment. Together, you are going to do something the world has never seen before, but here's the truth. Before you step into this moment, you must let go of fear. Fear of not being enough. Fear of being hurt again. Fear of trusting the wrong one. This person is not like the others. They are a mirror. Flawed, yes, but sincere. Strong but human. Wealthy in the world's eyes, but hungry in the soul. You were sent as nourishment. You were sent as balance. You were sent as a divine reminder that God hasn't forgotten them either. And just as they were sent to elevate you in the physical, you were sent to heal them in the spiritual. This is not just love. This is mission. Archangel Michael is standing at the door of your destiny, commanding every distraction to fall away. He is rebuking every spirit of delay. Every force that has tried to block this union is now being silenced. You may have noticed strange things recently. Dreams that felt too real. Thoughts you can't explain. A name repeating in your mind. A number showing up again and again. These are not coincidences. These are divine markers. Heaven has been speaking in symbols trying to get your attention. Now it speaks clearly. The meeting has been arranged. It's real. It's closer than you think. God says, don't be afraid of how it comes. It may not arrive in a way that looks perfect. It may come through chaos, through a sudden message, through an unexpected turn. But you will know it's divine by the peace you feel in your spirit. You will feel a knowing, a sense that you are exactly where you need to be. That's me, says the Lord. That's my presence confirming what your heart already knew. And when you meet them, this powerful figure, this secret admirer, you will see something in their eyes that will feel like home. They won't have to explain everything. You will simply know, and so will they. They've got something for you. Not just gifts, not just money, not just influence, but access, wisdom, protection, opportunities, elevation. This person will fight for you, defend you, invest in you, not just with resources, but with spirit, because they see your worth. They see what I placed in you. And though the world may have missed it, they didn't. They saw you when you didn't see yourself. They watched you rise through the fire. And now they want to be the fire that warms you, not burns you. They want to build something with you that no man, no woman, no devil can tear down. But listen, my child, this isn't just about romance. This is about destiny. That's why it's urgent. That's why Michael is here. Because if you miss this, you don't just miss a date. You miss alignment. You miss purpose. You miss the miracle. That's why the enemy has been so loud lately. That's why confusion has tried to take root. Because something powerful is about to unlock in your life and the enemy is terrified. But he cannot stop it. Not when heaven has already signed it. Not when the blood of my Son has already sealed it. Not when Michael is standing guard over it. You may not feel ready, but you are. You've been prepared for this your whole life. You just didn't know that every heartbreak was building your wisdom, that every betrayal was sharpening your discernment, that every moment of loneliness was planting seeds of strength. Now it's time to reap. Now it's time to receive. Now it's time to walk into a room with confidence and know that you belong there because I placed you there, because you carry favor, because you are royalty. When the moment arrives, when they call, when they reach out, when they stand before you, do not shrink, do not apologize for who you are. Do not over-explain your story. Just be. That's all you need to do. Be the light. Be the calm. Be the soul they've been searching for. I'll give you the words. I'll guide the conversation. I'll speak through your silence. Just trust me and let me finish what I started in both of your hearts. The world will not understand. Some may gossip. Some may judge. But that's not your concern. Your concern is obedience. Your concern is faith. Your concern is protecting what I give you, because what I'm giving you is rare, sacred, and it must be covered in prayer. Don't flaunt it. Don't rush it. Protect it. Nurture it. And above all, thank me for it every day. This person will not just change your life. They will walk beside you as your life changes. They will support your calling. They will encourage your gifts. They will pray with you, laugh with you, build with you, and in the still moments when no one is watching, they will remind you why you waited, why you cried, why you never settled. Because they are the reward for your faithfulness. Not because they're perfect, but because I handpicked them for you. And I handpicked you for them. Now is the moment. The message has been sent. The meeting is near. The soul connection is active. The heaven-sent protection is covering you. Archangel Michael has cleared the path. You will know what to do when it happens. You will feel it. Trust the feeling. Trust the fire. Trust me. God says you are not forgotten. You are not random, you are not invisible. You are my chosen one, and this message is your confirmation. This message is the green light. This message is the divine yes. Prepare your heart. Keep it clean. Keep it open. Stay in prayer. Stay grounded, because what's coming is not ordinary. It's kingdom. Now breathe. Let go of every fear. Let go of every voice that told you you're not good enough. Let go of the old stories that tried to define you. They are no longer true. The new story has begun. And in this story, you are not chasing love. Love is finding you. Love is already on the way. Love is already standing at the door. And it's dressed in divine timing, cloaked in favor, and covered in light. This is not a dream. This is not a fantasy. This is the divine truth. A secret admirer. A powerful soul has arranged a private meeting with you because God whispered your name into their spirit. Because heaven ordained it. Because the angels sang over it. Because the Spirit confirms it. Because Archangel Michael says, "It is done." Now walk into the miracle and do not